Well, looks like we have a caller on the line. Let's check this out. WOOL, DJRF here. Who am I talking to?
Hey, this is Jerry Dee. How you doing?
Pretty good. And yourself?
I'm doing fine, thanks.
Okay.
Hey, well, I got some reverb on here. Let me see if I can get this out of there.
Oh,
Get
you're
back.
talking through your studio.
Yeah, I forgot. Hold on, wait a minute. I'll check. Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get it out. Wait a minute. There we go. Got it. All right.
I mean, you're so deep in. Tell us how you're doing this. I mean, you're not talking on the telephone. You're talking through your music studio, right?
Mhm. I'm talking through my music, yeah, studio into on the computer.
Oh, through the
Well,
computer.
yeah, I'm going through my computer, my studio, into another computer. In other words, I can actually go just direct with the unit.
And that's how you get all the reverb and the effects and everything?
Yeah, I got all the effects. I can play all kinds of things on here. Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, they call it Studio One, man. It's pretty much on the top. I mean, there's even better stuff than this out there to do this stuff. But yeah, this is pretty son. It's the audio box. Mine's got like eight mic channels. So, but when I dump them into the board, into my computer, I and then I have more, channels to work with. In other words, so now I can play it back as I'm talking and recording. I can record here. And actually, you can actually hear my. If you don't mind, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's see. Let me go. It might be too loud. Let me bring this down a little bit, okay? Just in case. Okay, here we go. Okay, now I'm in my studio.
That's familiar.
So,
Go ahead.
okay, so then I can go, let's say, I like to say I want to keep repeating something over and over again, okay? So we'll do this. It can be aggravating.
How do you do that? I mean, it's that software you use for recording what different channels.
Yeah, PreSonus. Yeah, you
Okay,
get all these.
so you lay down a basic track. What kind of basic track? Hello? What happened? I lost Jerry. Jerry, are you there? Well, let's see if he gives us a call back. WOOL, this is DJRF, and looks like,
Yeah,
oh, you're back on. What happened over there?
yeah.
Too many
I don't.
buttons and bells.
I don't know. Well, I'm going through Magic Jack too, and that's a kind of an issue.
What's that?
Sometimes it's a thing you can carry with you and put in any computer and you can call anywhere, type of deal. But it's the same thing as what when you're on Facebook, when you call somebody. It's similar to that, but only mine's on the outside of it.
Okay.
You know.
Things I've never heard
But,
of. I'm just wondering. So tell me more about your studio. I know that song that you were working on there. Let me see. That I played. I Need a Girl Like You. How long did that?
oh yeah,
How long did
yeah.
that take for you to put that together?
Actually, it didn't take that long. I was just in a kind of funny mood, and things were kind of crossing me in different ways, and I figured, geez, how can I make a long story short? And that's what I came up with. It's talking about more like, wait a minute. I keep getting a call. I don't know if you hear that beeping or not, but anyway, I was thinking during the time of life, when you're going out with a woman and you just can't find the right one sometimes, and you search and search the blue, and you never know, what you're going to go through, And so I kind of came up with that. Hey girl, where you going? Can I come along? I don't know. Can you help a guy like me? Can you get involved with a guy like me? Type of thing. I'm not high up. I'm not low down. Type of thing. Just casual. And that's how I was looking at it as I was doing that. It's just that saying, geez, 1 and 1 is 2 and 3 and 3 is 4, but I don't know for sure. It's like, I don't know. Can you help me out, man? Yeah. See what I'm saying? It's kind of cool. I don't know. What do you personally think of it yourself? I mean,
It's kind of stunning. I mean, it's got a lot of dimensions in there that are kind of unusual. I mean, it really is an impressive song. I just was wondering how you start that. What do you start that out with a basic rhythm track, a basic drum beat, a bass, or what?
no, I started off with the guitar and my voice.
Oh, okay, so it's already a song, and then you play your guitar and your voice, and then what?
Right, and then I kind of cut, put things in places where I can follow a melody. It's like putting notes on a piece of paper, but instead of doing it on the paper, I do it with splicing my words and moving my words where I want them.
How do you
and
keep
then
How do you keep that in sync?
Yeah, I know it's mystic phenomenal.
You must have some kind of magic, because I sometimes I do that, and, try to mix tracks,
Well,
but I don't think I can get that accurate in a song as far as you've gotten with it.
I still do it by feel, even though I'm cutting, splicing and maneuvering, and what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for here? In other words, synchronizing, if you will. Yeah, and it's got measurements on it. It tells you, you got like 42. You got 4. If you're doing a 4-4 or a 3-4. Measurement. You just put it up there, and it plays that, where you're gonna put everything. If you do it that way, me, I don't. I use it sometimes, but I mostly keep it 4-4 if I can. And then I clean the noises out, with this, and to make it cleaner. It takes time, but in the meanwhile, while I'm doing this, I listen to what I'm doing, and then I kind of put this little thing in there that might fit, and I just play and I tag on to it. So I mock it in another way. I'm mocking my lead, in other words, to the other lead, and they kind of work together. And my harmonica part is just playing the melody on top of it, and it's just the feel and hitting the notes around at the same time, and be able to kind of formulate it into what I have formulated it into, if you will. I don't know if I said that right.
I know you must have a track for each instrument, right?
Yeah, I do. What I do is I put the bass drum track on. I get that down, and after I get my pattern, instead of messing around doing it over and over again, like I said, I cut and paste, and that way, I formulate my drum without putting a whole, how can I put it, a drum set, if you will. So what I do is I take the pieces I already have on there, and I put them in their place, for the drum track. And after I get that on there, I put a rhythm track. And after I get that rhythm track, and if I like it, I keep it. If I don't, I don't. And then I put a bass track on. So I put my foundation first, and after I get my bass track, I listen to it, see if I like it. If I have a few mistakes, I kind of leave it, because I kind of get rid of it in the mix. But if it decides to clean it all up, you wouldn't hear it. You wouldn't hear that at all. But and then that's where I equalize each channel, and compress each channel, to try to get it where you can hear all the instruments clean. So it's a little work, some of them have them on automatics and stuff. I have it in here too, but I challenge it, I rather do the real feel, than try to make it too commercial, But, yeah, and then after I put the bass track, the bass drum, and I match the bass with the bass drum, and then I put the guitar, see if I want to leave it, and then I redo the voice of what they put on there to the feel that I pay, to the feel where I cut and paste. In other words, where I cut and paste it, with the voice, then I sing that feel. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. If you've done it, then you know. If you dealt with this, what I'm doing, then you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, it seems like once you get a level, you'll sing it at that level, and then if you go up another level, you'll want to sing it again because it's yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm doing with your tune right now. I've been working on it.
Help! You've been working on it too much.
Oh yeah, but as I go along, I pick it out, and I don't like that feel. I don't like the way I sing that, and some people can trip it out nicely, and others, you have to think about it, But the way I do it, it's kind of complicated. But then again, it's probably simpler for somebody else.
Yeah.
But just to show you what I'm saying, I'll show you what I'm saying. Okay. So now you're hearing the drum, the snare drum. Now the snare drum's probably too loud, so I'll do it again and see if I can get a better, if I can find it. Whoops, where is it? I'll let it go a minute and see if I can. What happened to Harry? He's deep in space. I took the drum out. Okay. They say he's playing at Abbey Road in the Sergeant Pepper band. Well, the dick. Now, did you see what I did there? I brought the drums down because the drums are way too high.
Okay, do you do that while it's happening, or do you do that before?
Well, I can do it either way.
Okay.
I can just go ahead and use the meter and try to go with it. But sometimes certain instruments or voices have, like I'm talking on my studio mic, okay, and then if I change my voice right over here, now it's more tinnier, see, because I'm on the other side, see, so then you can get all the highs. Now up here, you get more just bass,
And then the hard work, you seem to separate it all in different places where
right.
distinctly comes, the instruments come out clear, which is hard. I haven't mastered that yet. I guess you work at it quite a bit, and I notice that's the way it comes out for you. But I agree. When things all come out in the same spot, it doesn't make a good song.
Well,
Can you take those out, or do you have to redo it?
Well, it all depends. See, me, where I'm singing right now, I'm not really using what they call a room where it's all where there's no echo coming back at you, But I tried another technique. It seems to be working. I take a towel and I put it over the studio mic, and I sing through it, and it seems to do the job. So I would, you know what I'm saying? Because it takes a lot of that bouncing around and mids and whatever have you. So it seems to work for me. But I don't know how this sounds to you. I mean,
what I got here is a pop shield that for broadcasting. It goes up in front. That works.
Right.
I've never used one before, but apparently it doesn't want the pops through. But it's only a little piece of cloth.
Yeah, it's supposed to keep the popping. I see here the pop, keep the pop out. That's why I usually try to sing to the side of a microphone. But usually I think that if I do it, I'll cut it out on the track. See, and I take it out, or I'll take it and I'll mellow it. This thing is cool. I mean, I can't explain. I have to show you more than try to explain it, especially if you don't know what I'm talking about.
So you're not one of those guys that try and eat the microphone at all.
Eat it? No.
Huh? Some of them guys look like they're trying to eat it. No, you don't do that. Huh?
No.
That's good.
The other thing is that people used to use years ago. They used to use nylons. To put in front of and they used to put it in the front of the microphone to try to get rid of the certain all that stuff. Or the that thing. But say I do it on here, because I can cut it and melt that out, and you don't hear you hear the what I'm saying.
Okay.
So it's a lot of fun. The cutting and splicing type of thing is a challenge. You can take bits and pieces. I'll give you a for instance. Okay, let me see if I can find something here. Okay, wait a minute. It's a tune I'm working on. Your tune. Just time, it's not someone else's. It's your dream, so dream away. Take it for time as you need. Take away. Take it for time as you need. Dream away. You can take pieces and you can form a whole new song with certain pieces. There's a tune I've been working on. I throw this in, I throw that in, I take this out, I take that out, I'll put that in, or whatever type of thing, And then if I hear a certain riff, that I can catch that I'm doing, see, I can take that riff and form it into a new tune.
Huh.
In other words,
All right.
I mean, that's what you can do with these things. I mean, this thing is phenomenal. I mean, I think everybody ought to have one. It's very educational. It advances your brain big time. The formula of this, whoever created this, created a monster, if you will. But it has its uses, all these sounds.
Past the time I got to get out of the studio here. But anyways,
Yeah.
you might be playing down by the river this summer. You thinking about that?
I'm thinking about it. I might get out and do something. Yeah.
Well, Evan said hi. Evan from Chester said hi. The techno musician there.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, hey, come down and jam. Jerry might be down there this summer, so I'll keep him alive there. He wants to hear a copy of your song. He wants to hear them both. So I may send him that. And to keep up with what you're doing, they can go to YouTube Interact and or ask one of us on Facebook for a link of where a lot of this material is kept as it progresses step by step. I mean, I have that, and it's fun. So watch the music grow. Well, anyways, hey, you got to let me go for today, okay? And
all right.
We'll get back to it. We got too much content in here already.
Yeah, right.
For one listen, Anyways,
right.
You guys, you have a good day, and I will be in contact with you about what's going on. And
yeah, okay. All right then. All right.
Okay.
Talk to you later.
Yeah, you have a good day.
You too.